Hi there. I wanted to share with you a little bit about why all this started. We did not move to France to sell houses, but sell houses we have for years, dealing with hundreds and hundreds of buyers from the US and lots of other places. In France, as a real estate agent, there is a limit to how much you can help somebody. You're restricted by the area that you're in and the listings that your agency has. We've helped a lot of buyers make their dreams come true and buy their perfect French property. But what about all the other dreamers? Well, we wanted to help them too. Last year, we worked with an American buyer who I'm going to call Dan for this purpose. He was looking at different areas of France and different types of houses. He was obviously serious and sent a long message describing what he was looking for, but if I'm being honest, it was really all over the place. I'm sure he thought he'd given some really specific criteria, but it was so wide ranging, I could tell from that point that it was going to be really difficult for him. As an agent in France, you might get 10, maybe even 20 new contacts in a day from new buyers. You're also doing viewings. There's limited time. Ultimately, Dan didn't find the right one on his trip, and he got so frustrated and upset that it put him off buying in France altogether. It's incredibly frustrating to work with someone and not be able to help them, and to see them not get their dream. This experience with Dan made me realise something needed to change. We wanted to help Dan and buyers just like Dan, but as a real estate agent and with the way the system in France works, there is a limit. It made me think about what could have changed things for Dan. He'd already been looking online, knew some places to look, and he'd found lots of the free resources out there that give an overview of the French purchase process. But there wasn't anything out there to teach Dan the things that could have made a difference for him. What Dan needed was a methodology to really work out what he wanted and where he wanted it. He'd spent a lot of time looking online, but that time wasn't directed in the best way, and ultimately it was all wasted. He needed to look in some different places online, and he needed a different way of searching, a better system. Dan's viewing trip was a little bit like speed dating. If you've ever been speed dating, you'll know it was about successful too. More time wasted, more money wasted, more frustration. With these changes, he would have narrowed down his search criteria, but widened the pool of potential listings he was looking at. I know that he would have found better options for his viewing trip, and I'm confident he would have found the one. So this is the reason we started this. We wanted to help all the Dans out there, and the only way to do that is to be independent. If you're wondering if you might be a Dan, check out the course page on our website. You can see all the lessons and topics that are covered. The aim is that with the tools you'll learn, you'll save yourself some time, some money, and some frustration.